Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ray, and we are doing a guide for one of the in-game dungeons in Maplestory 2. As you know, Nexon released a new patch where the level cap has went from 70 to 80 and introduced a whole bunch of new dungeons. So, in this dungeon, your gear score has to be over 2800. Um, because Nexon is a great company and this game is great, Nexon did everybody a favor, and if you haven't did all the end game dungeons before the level cap change, Nexon gives you a free plus 10 beginners level 70 equipment that raises your gear score to 2700. But you will need one of the accessories from the faction shop, which I could do a separate guide on how to do that. You need to plus 10 that or plus whatever to get your gear score up to 2800. So as we're beginning to begin the dungeon, let me just recap on what the dungeon is. So this dungeon is um Arcana Delphine level 70 hard dungeon, which is also known by Pika, whatever, Peta, whatever, to the community. This dungeon is relatively easy if you got people to carry you through. If you're solo doloing this dungeon, it's gonna be a lot hard. So what we're first going to do is we're going to move the power source to the square. Everybody knows this. Move it to the square or whatever. And now we're going to take our lovely elevator to the first mob battle. Okay guys, so the first section of this dungeon is strictly mobs. So use all your skills, mob skills, and just breeze right by these guys. They're easy, they're quick, painless. But I will say, they do deal a lot of damage. Okay, so you will see in the video that I am using my soul binder, but my soul binder is a noob, so I will lose a shit ton of health. Don't worry, if you got people carrying you, this wouldn't be too much of a problem the first section. Now, as we move the power cord to the red square, we're going to take the elevator to the next section. Now, the next section is where we're going to be fighting elite monsters along with the mobs. And so, the elite monsters are a tad bit different. So, they're like mini bosses before you get to the big boss, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to have whoever your beefy carry or whatever, attract all the mobs while you and your other party members are killing them. As you can see, I didn't do my tip. I am trash. It's okay. If you take advice from the tip, this dungeon will go by easy if you have a carry team. Now, like I said, this section and another section after it will have these guys called elite monsters. What you need to do is defeat them is you need to drag them to the energy source and have them attack that energy source. When they do, they get stunned, and that means you can start wailing free damage onto them. Now please note, watch out, there is I would like to say a radius of one of their attacks, which everybody, if you're in that radius, you will get hit and you will get knocked up and you will get stunned. So please watch out. Again, drag the elite monsters to whatever power core energy thing, whatever it's called, and have it stunned. You should be able to do, if you are geared enough and you got the right people, this should go in like one cycle. But if you don't, it'll go in 1 or 2 cycles. It's fine. This is easy. Okay, this is this and the next part are the easy parts. They're only harder if you don't deal enough damage, but that's fine. This is 1170 hard dungeon. You probably at this point in time don't got the right gear. You haven't even grind up the dungeons yet. You're probably still doing the fraction mission quests. It's fine. Just have people carry you, or gather friends, talk on mics, whatever. So now we're moving on to the next section. Now the next section is where you have 2 of the elite monsters. It's the same thing. first have somebody attract the mobs, blow up the mobs, and now deal with the elite monsters. The elite monsters are the same way. Have somebody lure them to one of the energy cores, power cores, whatever the fuck you call them. Have them hit him. It'll stun them up. You'll deal damage. Boom. You know, you'll take it out. Now I will say again, if you are nub like me, please be careful and don't frontline, because as you can see, I'm taking a shit ton of damage for no reason because I'm thinking I'm a tank and I could take all this hit. No, you cannot. Watch out how someone attract all the mobs and you wail on them from backline, behind the scenes, whatever, okay? Now, when you kill all the mobs, it's the same thing as the first section. Make sure you attract one or both. If you are godlike or if your party is godlike, have one or both attract to one of the power cores, have the elite monsters hit them, stun them up, repeat cycle, and you should be done within 5 minutes. Again, depending on the damage and depending on your team. As you can see, hasn't been done in 5 minutes because because I'm a nub and my team is also nub, but that's fine. I'm also getting carried in this dungeon, so for this video. I will link to everybody in the description below, all those who want to be linked, but I want to thank everybody. These guys are my guy leads who are carrying me, by the way. So if you have friends, guy leads to carry you, this dungeon should go by quick. Now again, this should be going in 1 and 2 cycles, but again, I'm trash. Some people on my team are trash. It's okay. It's not gonna go on. As long as your guys are getting it and making sure the bosses are dragged to the energy source, power cores, again, whatever the fuck you guys call them, or whatever they call them. It really doesn't matter to me. What I do suggest is to try to focus all of your attacks on one elite monster first, especially if you know you and your team are still, nubs, if you're still noobs. I suggest focus all your attack on one monster first. It will go much faster. You don't have to worry about, damn, why aren't we killing this? It won't feel so, how should I say it? So grindy and extendedly long. Now, as you can tell, I have a red line that's coming up on my character. You probably can't see it because of all the flashy particle effects, but that line will come into play in this next section, which thank God this dungeon is relatively short. So the next section is the final boss, which his name is called Pika. Again, Pika, Pika, whatever the fuck it's called, Peta. Watch out, okay? Okay. Now, as we come up to Pika, Peta, whatever, I will say there is a trick that is used in this video. You and your partners don't have to use it. It's just so that this boss goes a lot easier. The trick is if you go to the corner, whichever corner you pick, you go to that corner and stick to that corner, and you will drag the boss to you. Now, what this does is it prevents the boss from doing its strongest moves a lot. Okay, his moves will kill you in one hit. They are so powerful if you are not geared up. Now, as you can see, my party members weren't privy to that information before we started this. So, at first it seems like we don't know what we're doing, but once we get it, okay, we gotta drag him. Now, again, we don't show it in this clip, but it does play a part if you and your party members don't do it. So, you saw there was a red line between two of my party members. What that line does is it drags the boss to you, and that plays a big role in how you defeat this boss. Now, if you know a lot about the Legion battles in this game, you know there are things called aether crystals, and when you participate in a Legion battle, the aether crystals are helpful in defeating the boss. It breaks down their defenses. As you can see, I died. Like I said, the attacks are powerful. Anyways, back to what I was talking about. The aether crystals are used to basically break the defenses of the boss. Okay, so when you are fighting the boss, you will notice there you will have a red line. Make sure whoever has that red line, make sure they are, they are set up to know what that red line means. Because if they aren't privy to the information, they will die really fast, and this boss will become 10 times harder. Now, at some point during your boss fight, probably at half health, aether crystals will pop up. What you need to do is have the boss destroy those crystals. Now, remember what I said, make sure your person, whoever it is who has that red line, is privy to the information. This is where this comes to play. That red line will drive the boss to destroy those aether crystals, to have it destroy those aether crystals, and excuse me, and that will decrease its defenses and have the boss go down much faster. As you can see, we didn't do that, but we were still able to kind of defeat the boss using the corner method. That's what I'm going to call it, the corner method. But if you feel like it's not helpful for you, do what I just told you and have the person drag the Pika, whatever, to the aether crystals to destroy it, to lower its defenses. The boss fight will go much faster. Again, watch out for its overhead attacks, its scythe swings, because they will take out your health. Another thing, if you don't have a main healer such as a priest or a support soulbinder, make sure you're stocked up on potions, health potions, defense potions, all the potions, okay? Because this boss will shred your health like it's cheese, and I'm not even joking. As you can see, we were still able to defeat the boss. Slowly, yes, but he still was able to be defeated. Unfortunately, like a dummy, I did not post what drops do show up in this dungeon, but I will probably post them in the description below to see, so you guys will know, hey, this is what the boss drops, this is what you're getting, this is how you should plan around your gear. So yeah, thank you guys all for watching this video. I will have another run that will play out with the audio of the gameplay play out, so you can see another run to see what we did in the second run, because what I'm showing you is a first time run of us doing it. So the next probably 5-10 minutes of this video, however long, when I edit this shit down, edit out all the audio and shit, however long it takes, and what we did. We still did our corner method, but again, you don't have to follow our corner method. You can do the same method of what we're going to call the red line aether crystal method, or the make sure your red line person knows what he's doing method. Okay, so I want to thank everybody for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to follow the links to join my Discord, to be a follower on my Twitch, because I do and will stream Maplestory 2 and some other games that I think you guys might be interested in. And I also want you guys to have a wonderful day. Also, don't forget to hit that bell notification, because you'll be instantly reminded on whenever I upload. So thank you guys. Enjoy the gameplay of Pika Run Part 2, and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.